This is my pond, and for the summer project, we've been trying to catch fish to stock it. We started off with 0 fish at all, but now we're up to about 50 bluegill. And in today's video, we're gonna be trying to get some more fish, but me and Jackson's gonna be using a little bit different strategy. First, we're gonna be using minnow traps, which can catch minnows, but can also catch tiny bluegill. Then, I also have a cast net, which we're gonna be throwing around some of the creeks today. Should be pretty cool. I don't really know, here's the thing. The first few times we went fishing to stock this pond, I specifically didn't get chub minnows because they don't really thrive in ponds, but they don't actually hurt the pond either. So I think what we're gonna do, we're just gonna take whatever we catch, we're just gonna put in the pond. It's a start anyways, and it will feed some of the bass once we finally stock the bass. So, looks like we got 1, 2, 3 minnow traps. We got the cast net. And since there's a chance we can cast net and catch something right now, I'm gonna be bringing this cooler. We're gonna bring it just in case we end up catching something right now. Because we could catch something fast, or we may not catch anything at all. But we're gonna strap that thing down, and we're gonna hope that we do. We're gonna be taking this cooler. It's originally a cooler, as you can tell, but I kind of modified it. Figured out how to make this thing on it. It's an aerator, and then it's gonna close down, and the tube doesn't get cut off. Here's the strap. And we are going to ratchet strap it in the back of the fender so we can go. Now that should be enough. All right, that shouldn't be going anywhere. There's our cast nets. Here's our minnow traps. If you don't know, minnow traps are pretty simple, and I'll show you how they work once we get down to the water. They're pretty simple. Works pretty good. And if we can't get minnows, well, we're definitely gonna get minnows, but I would like to have some baby bluegill too. But we will take minnows for sure. Since we got 3 traps, we're going to set in 3 different holes, and we're probably gonna cast net some of them. To cast net though, we're gonna need some pretty open areas because it takes a lot of movement to actually throw it, and it opens up to like 4 to 5 feet, so the holes at least gotta be that big. You'll see what I mean whenever we start throwing it though.
You need a pancake.
A what?
Pancake cast.
That's what we need, pancake. The first hole isn't very far away.
May.
Huh?
Soap, Ed, and May.
There they are.
How old was she though?
She was dead.
How old was she though?
She was like 12.
Deer!
Deer! Hey, baby deer! Baby deer! Where's the mommy deer? She's gotta be close. And
Right
there she
there.
is. That's pretty cool. Alright, we'll pick you back up at the creek. At the creek. First looking at the creek today, it's looking pretty good. The color's actually looking pretty good. I don't want it too clear because if it's too clear, the fish can actually run away from my cast net. But I don't know, it looks pretty good today. We'll find out though really quick. Get this tripod set up, we'll be able to rock and roll. But before we do the cast net, we're actually gonna be setting up one of these minnow traps because with a trap, any kind of trap, the longer you can have it in the water working, the better off it's gonna be. And we're actually gonna be using this right here. This is the KG minnow trapping kit. It comes with the minnow trap itself and all the other stuff you might need to use it. Basically, here's how you set a minnow trap. It's the 2 pieces. First, we're gonna take the minnow bait. We're gonna put a little bit in there. Since I'm probably gonna be leaving this potentially overnight, I'm gonna put about 1/3 of the bag, and that should be perfect. Then we're just gonna take the 2 halves, line up the grooves in the bottom, clip it together on top, and there we go. That's essentially our minnow trap. Set it down in the water. The minnows swim through the funnel, in through the hole, and then they're just not smart enough to get out. Game is game. Next, I got this big string, the paracord that it comes with. Clip it on there. Got my trap tag so it's legal. And since we're actually dropping this one off a bridge, I've got it tied to another rope, which is gonna give me a lot of extra length. The extra length, you don't always need it, but whenever you do, it's nice to have. And the kit itself also comes with a stake in case you're staking it into the ground. But for us, we're actually tying it off to a bridge, so we don't need the stake. As for what part of the creek do I wanna throw it in? Personally, I like to put it in the deepest part looks. And it looks like right over here next to this concrete might just be the best spot for us. So I'm gonna ease it down, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. I wanna get it right up against the concrete and then drop it straight down to the bottom. And then from here, we just need to find a stick or something over here to tie it into. But I think there's actually a wasper's nest, and there is. So I'm not gonna tie it off right there. I learned that the hard way. Last time I was minnow trapping here, I accidentally got stung by that guy on my toe, and it wasn't cool. So for me, just gonna pick this stick right here, tie it to the stick. As long as it doesn't come loose, you're good. But sometimes you do gotta be prepared, because if you leave it overnight, it could rain, and that rain could wash out your trap. Or also, if you do catch a bunch of minnows, and a raccoon comes down the creek, he could pick you up your minnow trap and try to run away with it, because it's shiny and smells like fish. Sometimes that happens. But for this creek, one minnow trap should be enough, but we're still gonna try to cast net this. All right, Jackson, we're gonna need you to be a D1 cameraman right here, all right?
All right.
This ain't easy to film, but I'm gonna be casting it and we need you to capture it all. Can you do it?
Yeah.
So what we just set was a minnow trap. What we're about to throw is a cast net, and they're very different. And the biggest difference is that the minnow trap, we kind of leave it and go away for 24 hours. Whereas this thing, it's a little bit more active, because if we don't throw it, we don't catch. All right, ready? I'm gonna go ahead and throw it.
Yep.
And when you're ready.
Ready.
All right. That wasn't a bad throw. Maybe not a good throw, but it wasn't a bad throw.
Got anything?
I don't think we got anything on this one.
Got a stick.
Got a stick. That ain't what we're looking for. So. All right, here we go with another throw.
That one was almost perfect.
That was a good one, but I think I might have almost got my whole net lost on a rock. Once again, don't think we actually got anything. All right, where do you think we should throw it this time? A little bit further out?
Yeah.
I think if we can get in that perfect spot, I think we can get it. Ready? I bet that was pretty good. The only problem is that it took every bit of rope I had to get that far. Might actually have to get closer.
Down on the bank.
Because I know there's a really good hole right there, but I don't think I have enough rope to actually get there. All right, let's walk on down there.
Going down to the bank.
Yep. All right, ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it right in here in the hole. See, I mean, that's a good spot.
Yeah.
That's about as good of a spot and good of a cast as I could do. Question is, did we get anything? The answer is no, nothing.
Where are they?
I don't know. I don't even know where they could be. I mean, we can see the whole hole.
Could they be on the other side?
Not really. They should be right here. Maybe it's just a matter of time getting lucky. See, like there should be a fish somewhere in there. Because no matter what it is, I think we got one. All right, we got something. All right, come check it out.
Is that chub?
We got 2 minnows.
Minnows.
Those are pretty good. Can it see them?
Yeah. That kind of looks like shiners.
I believe those actually are some kind of shiner. I forgot exactly what kind, but I think those are some kind of shiner. Here's the bad thing though. I've caught these before. They die really easy and really fast. So I'm actually going to let them go. Here you go. Fortunately.
The first catch.
The first catch. Unfortunately, we're not even taking it home. We're going to let them go. And there they go. I'll throw this thing a couple more times, see if we can catch something different.
Yeah, and then we'll move on to the next spot.
Yeah, it's just that kind of fish. I've caught those a lot.
They die.
They die in like 2 minutes. All right, Jackson, your camera work might need a little work.
Got something?
No. Yes.
What? Shiners again?
No, we got a stick. No, we had another shiner. No, yeah.
Is that the same?
Actually, that's a sucker. That's a sucker fish.
You gonna keep it?
Probably not. I mean, if we caught him in the minnow trap, we'd probably keep him, but in this net, not really. It's cool though, because it's not a chub minnow. It's not a shiner. It's a sucker, because you can see by his mouth. It's on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a carp, but they're native. We're leaving it. Good, no problem. All right.
Wasn't this the creek that you caught that exotic fish at it?
Kinda. All right, you ready to film me right here?
Yep.
All right, we're training Jackson to be a cameraman.
D1.
D1. He's getting there.
Pro.
Slowly.
A pro cameraman.
He's getting there. All right, I'm going to throw it. You know what you're going to do? What are you going to do?
Follow the cast net.
There you go. All right, that's good.
Is that D1?
I don't know. Tell them to comment.
Comment if it was D1.
Is he a D1 cameraman or is he still in the D League? In the G.
In the G League.
Yeah, in the G League. I'm gonna throw it one more time.
Follow the cast net.
Follow the cast net. That was pretty good. There should be a fish under there. All right, video me as I'm bringing it in. We got one. I know we got a fish. I'm sitting here looking at it. Don't know if he's the one we're wanting though. All right, come on in. Let's see what we got. Well, we did, unless he got out just now. I guess that's a possibility. Did he really get out?
How?
Yeah, he definitely got out.
How?
I don't know. It looked like it was just a normal minnow, so we're not too worried about it. If we could get some bluegill, that's what we'd like, but that's what you get when you're casting it. You never know. Anyways, we got that minnow trap set.
Ready to go to the next creek?
Going on next creek. Got the minnow trap set, casting it a few times. Now we're moving on to the next creek.
See you at the next creek.
Yeah. Check on that side of the bridge and see if you see anything. It's probably pretty thick, but you might see something, I don't know.
That's clear water. There's a bunch of fish swimming around over here.
A bunch of fish?
Yeah, like I saw a big group of minnows.
There's some airplane right there.
It's probably private minnow.
I don't know about it.
That's probably people Corbin or London. That private airplane thing.
So you seen fish over there?
Minnows, yeah.
Was there a bunch? How many?
Like 5 or 6
5 or 6?
in a group.
We'll check them out. Let's check out this other group. All right, what kind we got? Where are they?
See them down there?
Oh, down there?
Yeah.
Those are pretty good. I wonder what other kind of fish there are, though.
They're probably some like down that deep hole or over there.
This ain't a bad spot. Only thing is it's kind of hard to get to because we don't really have another string that long. Let's just go see what the other parts of the creek looks like. Then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
As for this, should be good. We'll head on down to the next creek. You know what we forgot?
What?
Jerry, the GoPro on a stick.
Yep.
We could have stuck it in the creeks and stuff, but we forgot. That's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
The good thing though, this next creek should be pretty good. I'm pretty confident about this next creek. It may not look like much, but it's pretty good. And it is literally right here. Tiny little creek, super shallow.
Look at all those minnows.
But there's a lot of fish in here. It should be a good spot. We're probably not gonna cast net it just because it's not.
Little bass in there eating all the fish.
What'd you say?
Look at that little bass.
Little bass?
You see it?
Oh, I do see a little bass. Oh! Dude, that little bass is eating everything. And look at that big fish right there.
That's a bluegill.
That's some kind of exotic stuff. Dude, what is that? I've never seen a bass that... Never seen a single bass in a creek like that. Not only that, but he's aggressive. Dude, I bet we could low-key actually catch him.
How?
Oh, dude, he's sitting here feeding.
How will we catch him?
Just like we catch any bass. Let's watch him and see if he tries to attack anymore. Dude, imagine this underwater footage. This would be good.
Is that
I bet he's about to go for him again.
There's a bluegill right there next to the bass.
Yeah, those right there are literally bluegill. Those are legit bluegill.
Could you cast net that?
I don't know if I could cast net that. But there's a big, looks like a redfin or something. And that little bass behind him. I think he's going to go attack again. I think he's going to try to go attack the minnows. Dude, that's so close. It's crazy because like they've got their whole little thing worked out. There's bluegill, minnows, bass in here. Kind of crazy because if you look up and down the creek, it's not very big at all. It's a tiny little creek with a tiny little hole. But we are going to send it in there and see if we can get one of these minnow traps. What was you saying?
It gets small down through there, but this is like the biggest part there.
Yeah, and this ain't even a big part at all. Either way though, we're gonna send a minnow trap in there. We're gonna see if we can get it to do some work. I'd say we'll send this one. We will use the stake this time. Pull out some minnow bait. Not really many minnows in here, so we're not gonna put as much bait. That right there should be plenty.
Got the tag on.
Got the tag, so we're legal. And putting the trap together, clank it together. Now we just gotta find a soft spot and stake it in the ground. Probably not. I don't think it's deep. I don't really think it's big enough to cast net. Just gonna toss it in. Oh, looks like that right there is as far as we're gonna get right here. Should be good though. And now I'm just gonna find a soft spot, stake, and then wrap this thing around the stake, clip it in, and this thing's set all the way down into there. And I believe the only real threat we have for this minnow trap is if someone sees it and decides they'd rather have it than me. And in that case, fortunately, there's not much we can do to theft-proof a minnow trap. We just gotta hope.
They don't.
Well, we just gotta hope that they don't steal it.
We got one more minnow trap.
And I know exactly where we're gonna put it. I guess you could technically like spray paint one of these minnow traps like green so that it blends in. But at the end of the day, I mean, if a person's gonna steal it, a person's gonna steal it. And it does happen.
That should make a clear minnow trap.
It happens. Part of it, I guess. Part of the game. Part of the game.
I've never seen a bass in a creek.
I don't know if I've ever seen a bass in a creek that small. Because what you see is all there is. It's too shallow on the other side, too shallow on the other side. Just that little bit of water that you've seen is how much that bass has, and it ain't much.
How did that bass even?
That's a good question too. That we don't know. What?
That bass was aggressive.
Yeah, he was. He was chasing those minnows all around.
Yeah.
Those minnows seem kind of big for him too, but he was still chasing them.
He ate.
Did he?
He ate some. His mouth was about that big.
Yeah, it wasn't really that big, but I guess it's big enough to eat a couple minnows. Maybe we'll be able to catch a few of them, I don't know. What we're really after is some of those bluegill. That's what we'd really like to have.
We might even catch that bass.
I don't know if the bass can fit in the minnow trap. I think he's definitely too big.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna have to get him out of there.
Probably an eagle or something.
Yeah.
Hawk will do that.
Yeah. That's probably what happened. It wiggled out a hawk or something.
Maybe. There's a bunch of good minerals way down there in the creek, but all those are just pretty hard to get to, so that kind of rolls them out. I mean, we could get down there if we have to, but it's pretty steep.
We ain't flipping it to the creek.
Yeah. I think it's right here. Is there a deep hole right there?
Not really.
Yeah, I see some minnows in there. I don't know, I've never actually tried this spot, but there's one thing for sure. If you never try new spots, you'll never find new spots. So I see some minnows in there. I really don't think it's much. I don't see much water, but I think it's worth trying. I don't think this is ever gonna be a honey hole, but I do see minnows, and I do think it'd be a cool challenge to see if we can catch them. Since there's not as much minnows, probably not gonna put as much minnow bait either. But there could have been a lot in there that we just didn't see. That's definitely a possibility. I'd say that right there is enough, and we still got a little bit more minnow bait for next time. I mean, dude. And you also cannot be discounting a bunch of small creeks because you just seen what just had a bass in it. And that's pretty crazy that that thing had a bass in it. Because there's ponds that don't even have bass in them. And that little tiny hole of water did. So this little tiny hole of water could have way more bluegill, could have a bunch of bluegill, or even way more minnows than we can actually see. But we'll never know if we don't try it. Can y'all see the gnats trying to eat me? You guys see that? I don't like these things. They make me mad. There you go. All right, what was you saying?
Have you ever seen a snake in a minnow trap?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I had a minnow trap over at the lake that I go to.
Uh-huh.
And there was 2 water snakes that got in it and ate my minnows.
Oh, it happens, I guess. It's part of it. Let's see. I want the minnow trap right there, but I want it a little bit more better. Ready?
Yep.
That's where I want it. I want it right there. And then we're going to use the stake, stab down in the water a little bit. And I'm just gonna wrap it around. All right, it should be enough to hold it. I think we're in a good spot. And whenever you play with tiny creeks like this, that's when it kind of opens up to get some like more rare species. There's one thing in here called a rainbow something. Wild looking. Looks like it's out of Avatar.
Rainbow trout?
No, rainbow darter. All right, guys, we're gonna be honest. This is how you minnow trap, but the next part of how you minnow trap is you just leave it alone.
And wait.
And what? 12 hours, 24 hours.
How long do you want?
You wait as long as you want to, because the longer you wait, the better off you're gonna be. So I think for us, we're probably just gonna come back tomorrow. And until then, I have no idea what we're gonna do, but we'll see you tomorrow. And big thanks to Fishing Clash for sponsoring this video. Fishing Clash is a mobile game that allows you to really explore the world of fishing. Everything from a ton of different locations you can fish all around the world, different kinds of equipment, lures, gear, bait, all that good stuff. And with that equipment, there's a ton of different fish you can catch. That's one of my favorite things about Fishing Clash is even though I'm not like a professional fisherman, I can actually play Fishing Clash and learn about new species and where they live. And Fishing Clash now is a partnership with the Major League Fishing that hosts different community events and ways that you can actually compete with other people playing the game. Fishing Clash is a really good way to learn more about fishing, the lures, the fish, the locations, when maybe you're stuck at home or you just can't go fishing in real life. When you get the game, use gift code Kendall, all caps, or use the QR code on the screen and you'll get a handful of bonuses straight out the gate. Once again, thanks for Fishing Clash for sponsoring this video, but let's get back to fishing in real life. All right, guys, it is the next morning. We're heading back out there to check the minnow traps. But one thing we're doing differently today is that today I'm taking a fishing pole because we are going to try to catch that bass. Now, I'd say we probably won't do anything with the bass. He's really small. We'll probably just let him go. However, the challenge is still there. I want to see if I can catch that bass. And you never know, there was some pretty big bluegill in that little hole too. So we might just be able to get on something else too. So just in case the minnow traps don't do awesome, we're taking my little grubs. And I think we're going to take the pink dots because, well, I think there's some pretty good opportunity down there in some of those holes. And if we just flip one of these accurately, I think we can pull out a few extra fish that we just couldn't have got in the minnow trap. Especially since some of the bigger bluegill are honestly just way too big to get in the minnow trap. And we would still love to have those to put in the pond. So that's what we're going to do. I grabbed the fishing pole. We're also grabbing Jerry, the GoPro stick, because we're also going to be getting some underwater footage. Because that's awesome. All right, let's go. Heading out. Got places to be, fish to catch. And it is early again, so if I start saying things that don't make sense, it's because once again, I'm still half asleep. All right, we got that. This thing should still have water in it. Looks like it might have came a little loose. All right, that should hold her down. Should still have water in it. Got our fishing poles, got some bait. Now, just need to walk over here and grab the good old GoPro stick. This is going to be crucial in getting our epic underwater footage. And we got Jackson. Jackson, how awake are you right now?
Awake.
How awake?
Awake.
Last night I had a bear. There was a... What? Last night I had a dream. There was a bear in my house, but I didn't shoot it because I didn't want to clean up the mess. I don't even know what that means. But we're going to check the minnow traps. Here we go. And we arrived. And I think I'm going to go ahead and throw this rod out a little bit too. Just because I think we can probably catch something. And here I'm going to throw one of these grubs. All right, here you go. Super simple technique. Also, St. Croix, low-key, need to get back with me. This broken rod tip's okay, but in your warranty, you're supposed to fix it. And I filed a request, so get on that. I need a new rod. I need a new rod tip. Anyways, besides the rod tip, we're gonna be putting a little bitty grub. Usually this is pretty fire in creeks, but we'll see how it goes today. You never know. What do you think, Jackson? You think we're gonna be able to catch one on this?
Yeah.
I think the bass is gonna have a really hard time passing this up. Plus, we still got the minnow trap to check sitting right over there. But we'll see if we can catch something like this first. All right. It's pretty simple. It may not look like much, but to a bluegill, that's a pretty good snack. All right, moment of truth. We would put Jerry in here, but it's pretty far down there, and I don't think I can really get down there. We won't throw many casts, but we'll throw just a couple. We did throw the cast net down there, and we just wasn't catching anything. So for whatever reason, there may just not be a ton of fish down here right now. I'll cast one over there by our minnow trap, just in case there's a bigger one. Something that can't get in it. Oh, I got a bite.
Cast right over there again.
Over there?
Right over here.
All right. Hold on, dude. Not bringing in no fish, though. Go ahead and sling it under the... Maybe the fish are still asleep. I don't know. Could be a possibility. Last cast, then we're pulling up the minnow trap and moving on to the next location. Because we can't wait all day. We've still got things to do. If we can't catch them here, it's okay. We're moving on. We'll find them somewhere else. We gave it a shot. All right, now let's pull up this minnow trap and see what we got. Jackson, what are your predictions? Do you think we got some?
I think we got a few minnows and maybe a baby bluegill.
Okay, that's not bad. Here you go. Hold this real quick and I'll go ahead and pull it up. We don't have much at all, but we got some. Looks like we got more crawdads than anything.
There's baby bluegill.
No, yeah, we got bluegill. We're good. Maybe. I don't know.
That's a bluegill.
I don't actually know if we got anything we want. Yeah, maybe. All right, let's check it out. Here, make sure that phone can see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and dump them out straight out on the ground.
There's 5 crawdads.
Yeah, here's
6.
Look, we got 1 crawdad, 2 crawdad, 3 crawdad, 4 crawdad, 5 crawdad, 6 crawdad. For the crawdads, we're definitely throwing them back in. We do not want crawdads in our pond at all for a couple reasons. First of all, as cool as they are, and I think crawdads in a pond would be great. However, they do pose a pretty big risk because they do burrow. And I mean, the pond's already having a little bit of a hard time. So if it burrows in the wrong spot at the wrong time, that could straight up spring a leak. But this seems to be the biggest one we caught today. Pretty good. And I mean, I think we should use crawdads as bait one day. And good thing about it, I think I know where to catch them. We'll let them go. As for these little fish, we have 1, 2, 3 shiner minnows. They're not called shiner minnows. They're called something shiner, creek shiner or something. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what these are, but they're going to die. So I'm not even going to take them. If it'd been a creek chub or something else, we'd took them, but those things can't survive anything. And then right here, I believe this is a bluegill. He won't sit still though, so it's not gonna help him. All right, then I'm about to stomp him. Honestly, no, can't do that. I can't be for certain if that's a bluegill or not. I think he's barely close enough, whatever he is. I don't think this guy's full-bred bluegill. I don't think he's a pure bluegill. Something about him doesn't look particularly perfect, but I think he's definitely enough of a bluegill to put him in the pond, so. Plus, he's not going to take much. We're going to take him. We're going to put him in the pond. He should be okay. Now, Jackson, if you can, let's grab this trap, and we're going to be on our way. Time to go check the next one. And we'll leave that little bit of minnow bait. A little raccoon or a dog may show up and eat it. There we go. In and out, just like that. The minnow trap did exactly what we needed it to. Just so happened, it didn't get as many as I was expecting. I was expecting a lot more, but we also cast netted that thing, threw the rod and reel on that thing, and this hole just didn't really produce very much today. Maybe someone was here a couple days ago. I don't know. Tiny creek like this, I feel like it could be pretty vulnerable. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, and that's okay. Good thing is that no matter what happens with a tiny creek like this, it will fix itself. I feel like even worst case scenario, someone comes down here, catches every single living thing in there. The next big flood, some new fish are going to get washed down. They're going to spawn. They're going to reproduce. It's going to be good. I feel like no matter what happens to a little creek, it will figure out a way. Just like how there's a bass in this tiny little hole up here. Because I can almost promise you that that little hole has probably been dry before. But the creek figured it out. Instead of going straight to the bass, we're gonna go all the way to the third minnow trap, get it, since it's pretty easy to get, and then we're gonna come back and we'll actually spend some extra time trying to get that bass and the bluegill. So we're heading all the way back in there to that last little hole, and I think we got some good potential there, and I think we should be able to get the species we're actually looking for. What are you thinking? Good talk. All right, is our trap still there? Yes, our trap is still there. Good sign, because if any of these were going to get snatched by a raccoon, it was definitely going to be this one. Hey, Jackson, go ahead and grab Jerry. We're going to stick him underwater and get some cool footage right here. And I'll grab the GoPro, which is right here. I'm going to unscrew it from this, screw it onto Jerry, the GoPro stick. And just looking in the trap, I think we made a really good move putting it in this tiny little hole. Just looking in the trap. All right, we got a lot of minnows. All right, Jerry's on a GoPro stick. Let's stick him in the water and see what happens. All right, Jerry is on. And we're sticking him in. Let's get some up close footage to see what that minnow trap looks like. There it is. Looks like we got a lot of minnows, but let's go underwater and see. I can definitely see a lot of minnows in there. I couldn't tell for sure. We might have a snake. I could not tell. I seen something really long. Thing about it is, oh yeah, the good news is look at all those small minnows right in front of the GoPro right now. That's really good. Even though they're like an inch long, it shows that there's a future for this. Even if we catch every minnow out of here, it will survive because there's plenty of stuff to go around. Let's check down this little part of the creek. It's not much, but I'm sure there's a minnow or something under some of those rocks. And then let's check around this side. And honestly, guys, that's about it. It's kind of crazy how tiny this creek is. But let's pull it up and see how many minnows we actually got. That is actually crazy. Because there is not much water right there.
We might actually have a snake.
Do you think you've seen one?
I saw something long too.
It could just be a giant chub minnow, but I don't know. It looks kind of snaky to me. Either way, we'll take it. Something light, nothing heavy. All right, scoot back just a second. Let me do my magic. All right, best technique for pulling up these minnow traps. It's not easy, but you get it with time. You pretty much grab it, and then you pull it up. Bro, what in the world did we just catch?
How many minnows are those?
At least 5,000.
I think this is your secret spot.
Well, it ain't no secret spot no more. I think we caught every single one in here. That's what I was saying, guys. We've checked 2 holes so far. One of them was a really big hole. You'd think it'd be full of them. The other one, literally a puddle 6 inches deep. And you see which one we caught more at. Which one did we catch more at? This one or the other one, Jackson?
This one.
Yeah, by a lot. Oh my gosh. Now that is a lot of fish.
There's a crawdad.
There is a crawdad. We're gonna go ahead and pull those out. There's a crawdad. Look at him. He's nice. Got some cool colors on him. But, ow, we don't want him.
Hey, he threw it. He thought it was a phantom.
Yeah, I didn't get him. We'll throw that guy right back in the creek.
You got some more crawdads, but I saw another crawdad in there.
Yeah, there's some more. There's a few more.
There's a bunch of creek chubs in there.
Yeah, that's good. We'll take them. Another tiny crawdad. Tossing him. I'm a slowly. I don't even think I can start to count these. But I think we probably caught almost every big minnow in that creek. Keyword, big, because we definitely seen some smaller minnows on the GoPro, and those smaller minnows is what's actually gonna grow up, breed, and keep that creek alive, because...
There's some behind the dog food right here.
Did you know what I said?
Yeah.
When I said yesterday, we have a chance to catch a rare? Look what we just caught. Tell me if you've ever seen one like that before.
No.
We just caught that. That's some kind of darter. I think that might be it's either a northern or a southern. It's whichever one ain't that bad. I don't know. It ain't one of the bad ones.
It's a little blade. It's bleeding a little.
No, that's just, oh, he might be now. Hold still, brother. Hold still, brother. Check that out, dude. That's not blood. That's actually just his colors, but he's yellow. He's got yellow down here, some red. Here's what we're gonna do with this guy. Cool that we caught him. Comment below what he is, northern or southern, I'm not sure. But I'm throwing him back. All right, we're throwing him back. He's rare, he's cool. I don't want to mess with him. I want to leave him be.
There's a big old one in there still.
Yeah, ready? Point the camera at it. Ready? All right. Teaching Jackson how to be a cameraman. He's getting there. All right, so crawdad goes back in the creek. Let me just dump that down right here, actually.
No two
Crawdad.
Minnow just jumped out.
Minnow.
Crawdad just jumped out.
Minnow. Give me that. I'll grab that minnow. You got it. Here you go. And then minnow, and then minnow. And then minnow.
Then minnow.
And minnow. I'm gonna grab some of the rest of this minnow bait, toss it in that creek. And I'm actually gonna sift through these one more time just to see if there's another rare in here. And whenever I say rare, they're not endangered. It's just you hardly ever see them, but rarely you do. Just sifting through these, looks like all of these are actually creek chubs. Nope. Almost missed him. There's one more. Almost missed him. Here is that same species we just caught. Huh? See that? I think this one might be a female though.
Because it don't got a bunch of red on it.
Yeah, it's a lot less vibrant, but you know what you got? Now, there's one of each in that creek. So, we just got all these creek chubs out of that creek, and we released all the rare looking stuff in there. I don't know, maybe the rare ones might take over. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if it'll happen, but we definitely gave them a chance because I think that could be a breeding pair. And let me go through, sift through them one more time, look for a rare one.
Look all.
I believe
They're all creek chubs.
I believe the rest of them's all creek chubs, so we should one more time just to be sure. I don't want to take a rare one. It's not that they're rare and it's not that they're endangered. And it really wouldn't make a difference long term if we took them or left them. But I do think it'd be cool to let go of the really cool ones because those creek chubs, they're literally everywhere. They're not rare at all. You can see those anytime you want to. So might as well take these and leave the other ones. All right. I'm just gonna bring this, set it just in there just like that. And actually, I'll turn them out sideways. Let them go. And there they go. Looking good. That's a lot of bait, dude. Like, that's a lot of bait. Looks like one may have died. We'll give him a chance to revive. But as for now, turn on the aerator. That should be giving them oxygen. Now let's go check that very last trap. And we're gonna be casting rod and reel. Definitely putting Jerry in the water. And we are gonna see if we can catch that bass. I don't think we'll take the bass if we get him, but I definitely wanna see if I can get him. Well, what do you think about that? The tiniest little hole of water we could possibly stick a trap in. Part of the trap wasn't even underwater, so shallow.
Crazy.
We caught that many and two
Rare.
Somewhat rare ones. It's pretty wild. Yeah. We'll take it. I would call that a success.
Yep.
On to the next hole. I have big expectations for this next hole.
Bass, bluegill.
Bass, bluegill, chub minnow. We'll find out when we get there, I guess.
Probably minnows.
Probably not crappie.
Minnows. Probably.
Minnows, maybe.
Probably minnows. That's a bag.
All right, here we go. That's the thing, though. I guess You never know those spots until you try them though. It's so easy to overlook that spot because it was so tiny. But it had the most minnows I've caught all year. So, I guess that's how it goes. All right, we have arrived at the hole.
I don't see the bass.
I don't see my minnow trap.
I see it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do. There's a baby deer running straight at us. Straight at us, straight at us. All right, there he turned. Okay, we'll take it.
Where's the mama?
The mom? Great question. We don't know.
There's the bass.
Oh, you see him?
He just chased after those minnows.
All right, I found the minnows. Looks like we
There's
did.
the bass. There it is.
Oh, yep, he's here. He's here. Dude, I think it's going to be so easy to catch this guy.
Go ahead and throw it out before we pull up the minnows.
First things first, we got to put Jerry in the water. Here you go.
Jerry time.
Jerry don't get to see the fish first, then Jerry don't want to be here. And we want Jerry to be here because we like Jerry.
Yeah. What's his last name?
He don't have a last name. He's a stick.
Jerry the Stick.
Yeah, that's pretty good. The GoPro stick.
Jerry the GoPro Stick.
All right, Jerry the GoPro stick going in. Here we go. We're going to try to get some awesome footage of that bass, but also the minnows he's been eating. So, all right, here we go. Jerry is officially in the water. It looks like we're looking at the bluegill right now. And this water's super clear too. It's kind of far away, but the bass is right there. I'm going to pan over. Hopefully we can get a good shot of the minnows that bass has been eating. All right, here's what we're gonna do.
Leave the GoPro stick.
I'm gonna leave the GoPro stick right there. Where I was. I'm gonna leave the GoPro stick right there, and then pulling out the fishing pole, and I'm gonna see if I can get that bass to eat this thing right in front of the GoPro stick. Now, once again, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to catch him, but I would like to. He could be more finicky than I'm expecting. All right, here we go.
Did you have something?
Had something, not nothing too good. So on the GoPro stick, you should be able to see my bait.
I see it in the water.
The fish are looking at it too, that's the thing. A lot of bluegill looking at it, but the bass isn't yet.
Where's the bass at?
I don't know where the bass is at. I think I'm just gonna try to keep my bait right there though. The bass could be onto us.
Trying to catch him.
My little bait should be sitting there dangling. The bluegill. All right, I don't know if we're gonna get him on GoPro, but I'm gonna go ahead and cast it all the way down the creek and bring it back. We might just get the bass to hit it like that. Oh, we got something already. We got something just like that. I think it's a bluegill. Yes, it's a legit bluegill. That's perfect, and this is a pretty big one too.
That's the biggest one.
I think that's probably the biggest bluegill in there. Perfect for the pond. There he is. All right, let's see if we can get another one. Besides the bass, that's the fish I really wanted to catch out of this hole, because that bluegill is big enough to spawn, and if he doesn't get to spawn this year, he probably will next year. Or she, he, I don't know. Whatever he decides, I guess, apparently. All right, we're just gonna see if we can get something else. We know there's other big bluegill in there, because we seen them yesterday.
There's a big bluegill.
Might try the pink dots if this doesn't work.
There's nothing following it.
Got another bluegill. Oh, nope, this one's not a bluegill.
That's a green sunfish.
And that is not what we want. We actually don't want these at all. So we're not putting this in the pond. Big difference though, this is a green sunfish. It's got a big mouth. It got really, really vibrant blue. Right here, it's got horizontal lines. Bluegill have vertical lines. But then the main thing is it's got a big mouth, and it's its tips of its fin are like highlighter orange. We don't want that. We don't want it. All right, I'm pulling up Jerry. I'm moving him around a little bit. Actually, I feel like Jerry was in a really good spot. Probably gonna put Jerry back in right here in a second though. Let's go ahead and pull this minnow trap though.
See what we got in the minnow trap.
See what we got, if we got. May not have anything. May not. Oh, I know we got a big crawdad. And I believe that might be about all we got. Looky there.
Got one minnow.
We got one bluegill. At least it's a legit bluegill.
And a bunch of crawfish. What was that?
Let's see. There's one good bluegill. Oh, come on, bud. Oh, no. We have one legit bluegill. I think the holes on these minnow traps are a little too small to actually catch bluegill. As for everything else in the rest of the thing, looks like it's all crawdads. We're just toss them back. Because we don't want crawdads.
Nope.
Because they are just not good for us.
I don't see that bass no more. I don't see the bass.
Let's try again.
I don't even see the minnows.
I'll tell you what we're going to do.
What?
Let's just take a second to step back and just leave it alone. And let's see if that bass pops up. Looking in the water, I didn't think about it. I probably shouldn't have thrown the rest of that minnow bait in there because now those fish are eating it. But maybe we'll start a little feeding frenzy. Who knows? But looking on up the creek, looking for that bass, I'm really not seeing the bass. Oh, nope, nope. He could be up here. Oh, look at all those big chub minnows that we did not catch. That's a bed. That's a bed of like a bluegill. Either way, that's pretty good. We'll take it. The bass could be in that pipe too. Could just need to give him some time to see and let him come out. Either way though, I think our best bet to catch these guys is just give them a little bit of a break and then see if we can get them right here in a second once they calm down. What do you think?
Yeah.
Cool.
What he said.
What he said. While Jackson's watching for the bass, I'm switching baits. The pink dots, KG's secret bait. I will never tell you what this is. I'm just kidding. Pretty simple. Take the dot, put it on the hook, and the little bluegill don't know how to resist it. Firing up Terry, sending him in. All right, Terry, do your job. Don't disappoint us. Perfect. Let's see if we can get us a bluegill. I'm putting the pink dot right in front of the camera, so let's see what we can do about it. All right, almost got some interest.
It's like they've seen a hook before.
I got one looking at it, but come on, just pick up the pink dot.
Pink dot.
Thought about it. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Maybe the pink dots aren't the mood today. Ain't looking like it. Maybe Jerry scared him. Let's take Jerry out. Let's stick Jerry in the pot. I think Jerry might be scared him. Rip Jerry. Might be Jerry's last day. No, it's definitely not Jerry's last day. Jerry's a legend. I'm going to say last cast. And I mean, if we can't catch them on the pink dots, I think they're just not hungry today. Maybe Jerry actually did scare them.
This time it is the last cast.
Yeah. All right, one's thinking about it. One's biting on it.
Take it. Just take it.
They're biting on it.
Tell one to take it.
They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. I think I know what we're going to have to do if we're going to catch these bluegill, though.
What?
We're going to have to use a trap, but we're going to have to modify it. I think we're going to have to modify it to catch baby bluegill. Because right now, the minnow trap, as is, it's not built for bluegill. But I think with a few good adjustments, might be able to turn it into one. But as for now, we got a lot of bluegill, or I guess we got a lot of minnows. Let's go ahead, get them back to the pond, get them stocked, and we'll move on from there. We're not done minnow trapping, but we are done today. Now, before we actually take the fish and dump it off at the other pond, just so you guys are super clear, we have 2 ponds on this place. This one is the big pond. It's around 1 acre. It's the one where we actually officially stocked them from like the fish farm. The other pond is 1/3 of an acre, and it's actually the one that we're stocking ourselves. But we're minnow trapping for the small pond. But if you remember in this pond, there's a lot of those tiny minnows, like a lot. I think we should try to trap them. So I think we set a trap and we at least give it a chance. I mean, the good thing about the minnows in this pond is that they reproduce like crazy, like literally like crazy. I think that might be them reproducing right there. All those ripples, I can't be for certain, but I kind of think it is. Them rubbing up against each other and spawning just the way that small minnows do, I guess. But right there's some, you can see them. Basically, long story short, there is a bajillion minnows in here. And I think it'd be a really good start for the other pond if we could just get a handful and toss in there to start their thing. And I don't really think it should be that difficult either, really. Like, oh my gosh, look right here. Look at all those. It's literally like a swarm right here under the feeder where it goes off. So basic, I mean, so simple. I'm gonna bait up the minnow trap. We're gonna toss it in there. But before we do that, I think it's only right if we start a mega feeding frenzy once again. The minnows are here. They're excited. The bluegill are here. The catfish are here. We just can't see them. Oh, yep, look at them. Look at them. Those minnows are spawning. Just wait for one to shine silver. We've even got a little albino one down there, which is just awesome. But I think that if we can just find out a way to capture some of these minnows and throw them in that big pond, and to throw them in the other pond, I just think it's a good idea. I just think it's gonna work. So we're gonna go ahead. I think the feeders already went off today, but these fish are so excited. We're gonna go ahead and hit them with a test, which should be a manual feeding. So here we go. There it goes. And the fish are going crazy. They're kind of hard to see.
Catfish.
Yeah, they're here. This is so cool, dude. And look at all the minnows, too, going crazy on these little pieces. But, I mean, there's some catfish out there. Now we got catfish, all bunch of catfish out there.
Where's the bass?
The bass? Well, the bass really don't eat pellets. They eat the little fish. But once the bass figures out that whenever the feeder goes off means all the little fish congregate right here, then the bass will start coming in here and swooping them up. But that's pretty good. Nothing too crazy, as expected. Working like a charm. But now, let me go ahead and get this little minnow trap ready. Don't really know what to expect. Don't really know what to expect. I do have a pretty strong feeling that these little holes might be a little bit too big for these minnows, but I think it's worth a shot. For as many minnows as there are, I definitely think it's worth a shot. All right, there we go. Super simple. Now we'll just toss the minnow trap. Let's go right over there. Oh, that didn't work out the way I was hoping it to. Oh, that minnow trap is in the bottom. Luckily, the stake floated a little bit and bought me some time. But yeah, I think I'm gonna let the minnow trap actually be pretty deep. And that might actually help us catch some of those bigger minnows that we've never actually seen in a while. And since it's probably not supposed to rain, I'm gonna just do that. I think we should be okay. Actually, that completely goes against what I told you guys to do earlier. You do need to stake down your trap because a raccoon can still come steal it. So easy. And there has been raccoons here before. So we're gonna find a nice little rock, tie that down to. There we go. Shouldn't be going anywhere. And yeah, for now, let's go dump the rest of the minnows that we do have in the pond. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. We have lost a little bit of water though. I mean, looks like maybe about 2 feet. It has been like 100 degrees and it hasn't rained in a long time, so I think that might just, I think that's okay. I don't think that's gonna kill the pond because it's not gonna get much drier than it has been for the last month and a half. Hey, there's a frog. Bullfrog, bullfrog. Baby bullfrog. All right, so we're actually at the new pond. Yes, it has a leak. No secret. But we're gonna fix it very, very soon. Like very soon. But as for now, here's what it looks like. But yes, we are fixing it very soon. And adding in these minnows is not gonna be a problem to it. It's not gonna hurt them. There's still plenty of enough water to support all the fish that's in it. So we're good there. But yes, fixing the pond video coming very soon. Because it has a leak, and that is no secret. Because the water level is supposed to be up here. First thing, I need to get that cooler over here so I can actually deal with it. All right, let's take a look. Let's see what made it on the trip. I believe everything made it. Maybe that one minnow's still dead. But looks like that one minnow, oh, that one minnow actually might have revived itself because I don't see any dead ones. Some of them's getting lively, dude. Now, here's the thing. These are creek chubs. It's a species of minnow. Well, the one I pulled out's a bluegill. Let me try again. These are creek chubs. They're a species of minnow, and like their name suggests, they really do well in creeks and not really do well at all in ponds. And this is a pond. It's not that the chub minnow does bad in ponds. It's just that they don't reproduce without moving water. And there's no moving water in ponds. So long story short, these creek chubs will actually do completely fine. They will live, they will thrive, they'll get big. However, what they won't do is reproduce. So, pointless fish? Maybe. And that's why I've not really been putting them in here. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna hurt it. And when we eventually do put bass in here, they will become bass food. So realistically, putting chub minnows in the pond, it's not really a plus, it's not really a minus, it's just like a net zero. So maybe it is a net negative, but I think it's fine. I don't really think that one minnow hole worth of minnows is gonna be that big a deal. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start scooping them up and turning them out. This might be really easy, actually. There's a chance. I feel like there's a chance I can get all these in one scoop if I do it right. Oh, no, I might have just killed one. We can get a lot of them in one scoop, though. Yeah, look at that scoop. These appear to all be chub minnows. I think we got, no, and one bluegill right out there. But I think we got 2 bluegill total. Not really what we was looking for. We'd obviously be looking for more bluegill because that's what we really want. But the one big bluegill and the one small bluegill, they are a big net positive. Even if all the minnows are a net nothing. All right, buddies. Get out of here. Get out of here and go do something. Now, in rivers and creeks, those creek chubs are actually great. But in a pond, it's just not really where they're made to be. All right, got a few more. Something light, nothing heavy.
That big bluegill still in there?
Yeah, big bluegill's still in there. There we got a big bluegill and a big chub minnow, just so y'all can really see the differences to what they are. Very different, but the bass, they like to eat all of them. And dumping them in. There we go.
The last are chub minnows.
Yep, the last all of them are chubs.
Did you get them all?
Nope. They're hard to catch somehow. I got a secret way to get the rest of them out.
hand dipping.
No, we're gonna just pour the whole cooler in. This works 100% of the time.
Which is all the time.
That actually didn't work at all. Now I can scoop them out with my hand though. There's a few. There's a couple. And here's a couple more. Perfect size to use for bait. But we're gonna go ahead and toss them.
Last fish of the day.
Last fish of the day, there we go. Now, on our objective list, we ran our minnow traps. I think we did pretty good overall. But what's next is we just gotta wait until in the morning, maybe this evening, we'll come and see if we can catch any of those little minnows. Because those little minnows, they reproduce like crazy. And that'll help a lot with a brand new pond. What's good though is that in this pond, we don't have bass yet. So there's nothing that we're really trying to feed. There's no real predator fish, so it's buying us time. But for today, that's pretty much it. I'd call that a job well done. What do you think?
Yep. Job well done.
How many do you think we got total?
Probably about 30.
I'd say so. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. We might have one minnow that's not gonna make it though. He looks all bruised up. He may not make it, but I'll tell you, if he don't make it, Mr. Raccoon will take care of him. I'd say that's pretty much it. As for this pond, catch you guys in a little bit, and we'll be checking that other trap. All right, guys, it is the next day, and we've actually got some pretty big news. Not only are we going out to check the minnow traps today, which I'm pretty excited about, but we also got brand new animals to the pond. Check this out. Yes, sir. We got, oh, they stink. We got ducks though. There's 2 of them in there. We'll take a better look at them later. But I got these ducks and we're gonna be putting them in the pond to see if they can hold their own. I think the answer is gonna be yes. I think they can hold their own, especially the big one, because she's kind of aggressive, and hey, aggressive survives. But like I said, we'll show you more about these. We're dumping them off in the pond. They should be self-sufficient, especially with the fish feeder that goes off. If they ever get too hungry, they can just go snack some food from there, and we won't be too mad at them. But not to get distracted from our main objective, which is trapping a few more minnows to put in the pond. And just in case the minnow trap doesn't work, because I do think those holes in the trap might be a little big, I'm taking this net because there's no way in the world that I can't scoop up some of those minnows with a net. There's literally thousands of them. And if I can't scoop them up with this net, there's something wrong with me. But yeah, that's the plan. I think for the bucket, I'll probably just put them in this bucket to transport them. Not gonna be that big of minnows anyhow. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. We're ready to rock and roll. Got some new ducks. Gonna be pretty exciting to set them out. I think the ducks gonna be cool. And unless something goes bad wrong, like a predator eats them, which is a good possibility, they should just chill right around the pond. I mean, the pond has everything they should need. However, I am going to be building a little shelter for them to help the safety a little bit more. Because we don't want them to just park up on the bank. Because they will get eaten there. And they won't last very long. At all. But, as for now, that's what we're going to be doing. Alright, so for some reason I just forgot about this, but I actually already built their floating thing. I don't know how I just forgot about that, but I built it like a month ago because I was trying to get ducks a month ago and then it fell through. But I actually already have their platform built. I just need to take it down there. Now it's not much, don't be expecting much. I'm not a carpenter. But for KG, bro, y'all ought to be pretty proud of this. Check it out. It's a pallet, and then I put a tub on it. Okay, fair enough. It may not be that epic. But if this thing floats, it's going to be pretty epic. And I think I might just have some stuff that I can stick up in there to make it float. And then I think it should float for sure. That's the plan, at least. I have no idea. We're going to take it down to the pond. We're going to see if it floats. And if it don't, we'll figure out a way to make it float eventually. You look at me. Look, I'm a farmer. I'm a wildlife extraordinaire, probably, maybe. All right, I'm not, but I'm trying. I'm going to sit y'all up right there. I'm gonna go ahead and try my best to pick this thing up. Pallets are kind of heavy. Oh, what was that? There's a mouse under it. I guess that's to be expected, though. I gotta figure out a way to get it in there without it just straight up smashing everything I have. First of all, let's take the ducks out for a minute, and then let's take all this other junk out here we don't need. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I don't know why your boy KG is out here packing everything that he doesn't need, you know? It's just asking for trouble. Just asking to break something, you know? Alright, so we don't need these minnow traps. We're done with them. Don't need a ratchet strap. Don't even know where it came from. We're going to keep the shovel, but I'm going to scrape the dirt off of this. That way. Tell you what, there was actually some worms under here. Check this out. We had some worms under here. You can see them right there. That actually gives me an idea. Sheesh. Be watching for YouTube shorts, guys. Be watching, because I think I may have just found a prime territory for a worm farm. I've been looking for a good spot to put a worm farm for a long time. And I think I might have just found it, and I think it might actually be the perfect spot. We can set this up here, because that can break kind of easy. Now I just need to He-Man this thing up here, get it up in there, and hopefully these ducks will greatly appreciate it. And if not, I'll eat them, probably. All right, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Oh, we got it right there. That thing ain't going nowhere. All right, now the ducks, hey, you're gonna be on a little incline right here, 100%, but y'all be all right. Hang in tight. Hopefully you won't fall out. For this bucket just gonna chill right there. Low key, I think we're good to go. Is it perfect? Not yet, but we will be learning from our mistakes every day and making better on that. Whatever that means. All right, now let's go down to the pond, set these ducks out, and then check in on the minnow traps that we set yesterday. This should be pretty sweet. Pretty pumped about the ducks, but can't forget about the minnow traps either. Update. Noah heard there were ducks involved. Now he's here. And here we are at the ducks' new home. Nice. All right, here's the game plan. First things first, these ducks smell terrible. I can already smell them from here. I don't know if this floats. We're gonna find out if it floats. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Here you go. I'm gonna put this in the water. We'll find out if it floats. If it don't float, we're going to figure it out.
What is that?
It's supposed to be their cottage for a duck. Now that's what I'm talking about. It floats. Perfect. Now the plan, eventually I'm gonna get a boat out here, but I can't today. And pretty much maybe put some more stuff that floats and then tie it up over there to one of those things so that hopefully the ducks can swim to it and sleep on it and coyotes can't come get them. Because if the ducks decide to sleep on the bank, they're gonna die. Now for the stars of the show. We have two ducks. One of them is a girl. The other one we don't know. They might both be girls, actually. Let's walk them on down. One of them is a Muscovy duck, and the other one, I have no idea what it is. The Muscovy duck's name is Shantae, and I think the other one's name is Declan. All right, come on. Come on. There she goes. There they go. There's Shantae and Declan. Get it. Hey. Get it. Okay, Declan. I see you. I see you. Declan used to live on a lake. How he got in my possession is currently classified. The Muscovy duck, Shantae, I don't really know where she came from, but that's actually also classified too. Either way, we got ducks in the pond. We've had two geese here before, but they didn't really stick around very long. Now, here's the question. Are they gonna make the pond nasty? Are they gonna eat all the minnows? Are they gonna clean up the pond? I have no idea. I don't know anything about ducks.
Me either.
We're gonna find out together. Here's what I'm thinking though. I'm thinking the ducks shouldn't be too big of a problem. Maybe they'll eat some grass. Maybe they'll walk over there and eat some clover or something. They'll probably poop in the pond, which is actually a good thing. The more that they poop in the pond, the better, because you can see we got a little bitty leak. Sources say that duck poop can actually fix it. However, if they start pooping on Graveyard Point, that might be a different story. So pretty much for now, that's what we're gonna be doing. We're just gonna leave the ducks in here. Hopefully they survive. If they do pretty good and they don't cause too big of a mess, I think we should get some more. But if they do cause a mess and it's a mess that we don't like, I know how to get rid of an animal. And it ain't pretty. It's beautiful. I don't know. We'll probably eat it. But if they don't cause a problem, we'll just keep them. But if they do cause a problem, we might eat them. I don't know. That's all to be determined. But as for right now, we got to go check the minnow trap and see if we caught any minnows. And maybe they'll join us. Who knows? New ducks, what are you thinking?
I hope they don't cause any problems.
I hope they don't die. I think them dying is like very high possibility.
Or them get ate. That would be bad.
Yeah. Which the Muscovy ducks mean.
Worst comes to worst, they run away.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, they run away. I don't think they're going to run away. I think either something's going to kill them or they'll live happily ever after. That's usually how it goes with any animal, though.
Then they find food.
Yeah, we're just scooting up right here, so. Oh, we got a problem. We got a problem. I can see it from here. The feeder has been knocked down. I really hope a bear didn't find it. I know there's a lot of bears here, but I really hope a bear didn't find it. Rip it open. Oh, man. That's not cool.
It be like that, though.
It do be like that, though. Come on, man. Come on, man. That is not cool. I really hope it ain't a bear, because if a bear finds it, the bear's gonna come back every time.
Bear 1, feeder 0.
I mean, it could have been the wind, but could have been an earthquake. Really just going to have to look for some paw prints. It knocked it off good, I know that. It could have just fell. I mean, I guess I didn't have it in there too good, but whatever. Oh, that's the trespassers. Yeah, I don't know if it's a bear yet. We're still just gonna look for a... Oh, man. A lot of my feed is gone. And it looks like it got wet, too, which is not good either. Just taking a look at the side. It's got a few dents in it. I don't see paw prints, though. I mean, I guess there could have been paw prints, but I don't really see paw prints. Good thing is that it didn't snap off, because that'd been kind of an expensive mistake. Looking on top, I don't think I see paw prints. Maybe it just really just fell over. If a bear would have knocked it over, I also feel like a bear would have eaten all this.
Yeah.
But look at all the bluegill, though. I don't know when this happened, but I bet they missed their morning feeding, so let's try it out. Looks like the feeder might be out of commission for at least a few minutes.
Shantae's having a great time.
Yeah, she's loving it here.
How you had to set up?
Here's this. I'll see if I can fix it. Let me see if I can remember how I had it. I didn't really have it in there too good. That's probably why it fell, but... It wasn't in there too good. That's why it fell. And this is still just temporary. I'm trying to get it worked out to where I got a lot better spot and a better hanger and a better spot and everything. Perfect, huh? Maybe. Let's see, the direction is that way. This bad boy hung back up. May not be perfect, but it's pretty good. Good enough, I guess. Might be. Might not. Let's turn this thing on. See if we can get this thing to feed. I bet they didn't get fed today, this morning. There it goes, it's counting down. It's gonna be cool. Now see what all comes up to get it. There's catfish and everything. Dude, that's a lot of fish. That's a lot of fish in there. Look at all them fish swimming around. So many fish.
How many times do you feed them a day?
I feed them twice a day for 6 seconds each.
Shantae's having a great day.
Shantae is loving it out here. Which, if they like water, there's plenty of it. I just don't hope they don't get too smart to where they're eating all my fish. But I really don't think they will. I think there's plenty of other food around here. And these fish are pretty big, and they figured out how to reproduce pretty good. I think we got a lot of fish. I think my next real step, though, after we check this minnow trap at least, I've got to start working on this thing because this is not going to work. I'm thinking maybe I bring it over here so that there's no rocks in front of it, because right there, if the water drops a little bit more and it doesn't rain, it's going to start hitting the rocks.
How many bass did you put in it?
We put 50 bass, 25 catfish, which I think I actually killed one of them. I dropped him over here in a hole.
Yeah.
And then like thousands of bluegill, maybe 800 bluegill, but thousands of minnows.
Have you caught any to put them in? Or you just everything?
Everything in this pond has been stocked. There's been no fish caught and put in here. Except at the very beginning, the very, very beginning, I did put a handful of minnows, but who knows if they're still alive or not. Especially these rocks too. All the algae and stuff that's growing on these rocks and the plankton and stuff, they will be able to take it and grab it and stuff. You know what I think's interesting? This is just low key, but Shantae and Declan, they have this whole pond to go to, but they've not moved from where we put them in. They're just very content right there where we set them in the water.
They're adapting to the new environment.
Yeah, they're just, I don't know. Wonder if we come back and they'll be sitting on these rocks. I feel like low-key, safest plan for them is to probably sleep on the rocks.
How's a duck got to sit over here and eat every one of those bluegill?
What they need is an island. That way they could sit on the island and no predators could get to them.
They got one that's floating.
Yeah.
I don't think they know what that's for.
No, they don't know what it is yet.
They'll probably fly up on one of them logs and sleep. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, I guess let's check this minnow trap now.
Are you gonna like cut around the pond?
What do you mean cut? Like a road?
The grass.
I don't know. My plan is to put a dock over there where the ducks are.
It goes out into the water.
That goes out into the water and has a covered boat slip, and then just keep a john boat in that boat slip all the time. That way, anytime you want to fish it, you just walk out on the dock, get in the boat, and go around. Or you could also go on the dock, fish from the dock, which you can cover that whole side almost. And then you can always walk out this point and fish pretty much all this. And if you really want to get over there, you could also go to that pipe and fish, because we're going to mow that. But then the main thing is, if you really want to fish, you just walk out, get in the boat that's always there, and just paddle around. That's the plan. I don't even know if it's possible, but it feels like it is.
Have you put any fish in the other pond?
In the other pond, I'd say there's probably 60 bluegill.
Is that it?
And
Is that the ones you caught and put in there?
yeah, we actually put like 30 minnows in there yesterday. But the minnows are creek chubs, so I don't really think they're gonna spawn. They're just there. Moment of truth. Let's pull up this trap, see if we got anything. We do not. Nothing at all. All the bait's gone though. I think what it is I think those minnows are definitely too small to fit in the cracks, so I'm gonna go grab that net. And we're gonna take some minnows to the other pond. Don't mind if I do. All right, there's my net. Get a little bit of water for transportation. There we go. The minnow traps holes are a little too big, but these holes right here, they're super small. I think I should definitely be able to catch some. All right, look in the net and tell me if I caught some.
Yes.
I caught
about 30.
That's pretty good. I may just go for another. Even more. Let's see, can I go one more time? Did I get the albino one? Probably not. It's okay. Even more. Let's go one more scoop and we should have enough. That's a good bit of minnows. They're small, but if everything goes as planned, maybe they'll reproduce pretty good and populate that whole pond with little fathead minnows. Now, look in that bucket. Think we got enough minnows in there?
Should be plenty.
Here's a little tick. I'll feed it to the fish.
Ticks serve no purpose.
I don't like them. I guess let's get these guys to the new pond, see what they do, and go from there, I guess. I think I put too much water in there, but we'll be all right. All right, let's roll. The ducks could be great. They could be terrible. We don't know yet. Noah's gonna be on don't spill the water duty.
Minnow duty. I think we got it right here.
All right.
Maybe it's better if I walk back there, you think?
Maybe.
Alright, I'll do that.
All right, he's just gonna walk. That way we don't spill half the minnows.
Looking good.
All right, we got the fish. We're gonna put them in the pond. I'm gonna say our release point will be over there at them rocks. I know these little dudes like the rocks because that's where we just brought them from. And I don't know how smart they are, but they probably won't even know they left.
I want they like stairs.
You think they like stairs? Probably not those stairs because they're out of the water. We'll walk up to these rocks real slowly and see if we see. Oh, I see some already. I see some baby fish. That's a good sign. I see some baby fish.
Yes.
I don't know if those are minnows that got in here randomly or what, but we'll take it. Good thing about this kind of minnow, though, they reproduce fast, so we'll take it. I guess I'll just let them in there. Let's see if they swim out or what. Yeah, they're starting to swim out. Now I'm just gonna double. There they go. Some of them died, some of them lived. They'll figure it out. Minnow trap in the new pond. I would call that a success. I would say that those minnows are more of a success than the minnows we actually stocked yesterday. Because those minnows are meant to be in a pond. The one we stocked yesterday, not really. It's why we've not really done it yet. Dude, look, they're in a school. They're in that big, long school. That's cool. The good thing is that there's not really any big predator fish in here yet either, besides maybe big bluegill, which big bluegill definitely eat those, but it's not like we got a bunch of menace bass in here trying to eat them all up. And catfish and stuff. We don't have anything like that yet. But we're gonna wait until the pond leak gets fixed before we even bring in any predator fish like bass or catfish. So, it do be like that. Click it over here to see one of the earlier videos where we stocked this pond with giant bluegill, or right over here to see the video where we stocked all the baby fish over there in the big pond we just came from.
Hey guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe. Go get your merch at KendallGrayOutdoors.com. #Jesus, #Gray Gang.